Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to create HubSpot contacts from IndiaMart leads. So I am an owner of a B2B company that provides various type of products and services. So I collect the leads data with the help of IndiaMart. So here my objective is that as soon as I'm going to receive a new lead by any of my potential clients, I want to automatically add that lead as a contact in my HubSpot account. And if I'm going to do this manually, it is going to take me a lot of time. So what I did was I simply created an automation using Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So here in this automation, what we're going to learn is that as soon as we're going to receive a new lead with the help of IndiaMart, automatically I want to add that lead as a contact in my HubSpot account. And for that, we're going to create an automation between IndiaMart and HubSpot with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you want to learn about this amazing automation, then let me take you all to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to create HubSpot contacts from IndiaMart leads. So I run a B2B company that sells products or services through IndiaMart. Every day, I receive numerous inquiries and lead details from my potential clients interested in my products. So by integrating IndiaMart with HubSpot, each time every lead that comes with the help of IndiaMart is automatically added as a new contact in my HubSpot. This automation allows our sales team to quickly access the lead details information, track their interactions, and nurture the leads effectively through targeted marketing campaigns and personalized reach. And we're going to be creating this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as Create HubSpot Contacts from IndiaMart Leads. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. Next, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow. And for that, click right over here. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select IndiaMart Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving my name to a workflow and selecting the folder, let's click on Create. In order to create a workflow is created in the name of Create HubSpot Contacts from IndiaMart Leads, and there are two windows in front of you. One over here says Trigger, other says Action. Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means that action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We're going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application, we are going to select it as IndiaMart. As with the help of IndiaMart, I'm receiving the data of my leads details. So that is why I'm going to select my trigger application as IndiaMart, and for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as new leads. As whenever a new lead is going to be generated with the help of IndiaMart, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of the new lead being generated. Now to connect IndiaMart to Pabbly Connect, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. So I'm going to copy this URL from here, and I'm going to follow the steps given here below in the help desk in order to connect IndiaMart to Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to open my IndiaMart account. So this is my IndiaMart account right over here, and now we're going to connect this account to Pabbly Connect so that whenever a new lead is going to be generated by any of my potential clients, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. Okay, so how to connect IndiaMart to Pabbly Connect? So for that, for the left side of the panel, you can see it says Lead Manager. We're going to click on it. As we're going to click on it, you can see that over here the Lead Manager page is then going to appear in front of you, and over in the top right corner, this 3 line is given to us. We're going to click on it, and under that it says Import Export Leads. We're going to select it, and from that you have to click on this Push API option right over here. This page is then going to appear in front of you. Over here it is asking for us to select a source. So for the source over here, I'm going to select as this other source right over here, as we do not have the source in the given option right over here. Okay, it is asking for the CRM platform and the webhook URL right over here. So for the CRM platform over here, I'm going to select it as Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to select my CRM platform as Pabbly Connect. After selecting the CRM platform as Pabbly Connect, over here it is asking for the webhook URL. So I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us right away in this field, and after that I'm going to click on the Save Details button. After that, it is going to ask you for the reason that you're going to create this webhook. So I'm going to select a random reason from this drop down. You can add your own reason according to your requirement. Okay. After that, click to generate OTP button. As I'm going to do that, you can see over here it is going to ask you for the OTP. So you're going to enter the OTP with the help of which your IndiaMart account is created. You're going to receive the OTP on that number. You have to enter that OTP right over here. So this is the OTP. Then I'm going to click on this submit button. As I've done that, you can see over here a webhook has been now added to my IndiaMart account, and as now the webhook is added, this means that IndiaMart is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the test details of my lead in my workflow that I'm creating. Okay, so I'm going to run a test right over here. But whenever, as now the webhook is added, whenever you're going to receive any leads with the help of IndiaMart, automatically you're going to capture the response of that lead in this step right over here. But as I'm going to send the test data, for that I'm going to click on this test your webhook button right over here. As I'm going to do that, this page is going to appear, and over here it says test. We are going to click on it. As I've done that, you can see we have received a response, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my workflow that I've created. I'm going to check whether I have received the test details or not. For that, I'm going to open my workflow and I'm going to scroll down, and you can see right over here we have received a response in which we have received the test details of the lead right over here. So in place of the test response right over here, you're going to receive the response of the lead being generated in place of this test response. Okay, so if your potential clients are going to generate the lead, you're going to receive the response of that lead right over here. Okay, in the response we have received the state, we have received the phone number, we have received the name of our client, the number right over here with the details like the email address and the address right over here with all the other details. Okay, so this means that IndiaMart is now successfully connected to Pabbly Connect and a trigger setup is done. So now whenever a new lead is going to be generated by any of my potential clients using IndiaMart, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. So now as we have set up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step, and for the action application we are going to select it as HubSpot, as I want to create a contact in my HubSpot account of the lead that has been generated in my IndiaMart account. So that is for the action application I'm going to select it as HubSpot, and for the action event I'm going to select it as create a contact, as when I want to create a contact of this lead that I've received with the help of IndiaMart. Okay, and after selecting the action application and the event, I'm going to click on this connect button. A new window is going to appear on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, click on connect with HubSpot CRM. As you can see that we successfully authorized HubSpot CRM to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for the details of the contact that we want to create in our HubSpot CRM account. Firstly, it is asking for the street address of our contact. So for the street address of our contact, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how mapping works is that as when I click on this field right over here, you can see it says IndiaMart new leads. This was the previous step of this workflow, and as I'm going to click on it, this is the same response that was captured in our previous step. As it is asking for the address, so over here I'm going to search for the address right over here. This is the street address. So from my previous response, I'm going to select the data of this street address right over here. So I'm going to select the data. As I've selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped, and as I map the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Okay. Similarly for the city, I'm going to map the data of the city. I'm going to search over here for city. I'm going to select this and map this data. Okay. It is asking for the company name, so I'm going to map the data of the company name right over here. I'm going to map the data. Okay. It is asking for all the details. I don't require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. For the country over here, I'm going to map the data of the response of my country. I'm going to map it. Okay, it is asking for all the details. I don't require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. For the email over here, I'm going to map the data of the email. So I'm going to map the data of this email right over here. Similarly, next it is asking for all the details. I'm going to skip the parts. For the first name over here, I'm going to map the data of the name right over here. So this is the name of my lead. So I'm going to map the data of this lead right over here. Okay, it is asking for all the details. So I'm going to skip the part. I don't require the field. For the status over here, I'm going to select it as active, as the contact I want should have the status as active. Okay, it is asking for all the details I do not require. So I'm going to skip all these details. For the lead status, I'm going to select it as new, as this is a new lead being generated. Okay. Next, it is asking for the state, so I'm going to map the data of the state right over here. So I'm going to map the data of the state. For the message over here, I'm going to map the data of the message that we have received in our previous step. So I'm going to map the data of the message. This is the inquiry of my lead. So this is the message. I've mapped the data of the message. For the phone number, I'm going to map the data of the phone number of my lead. I'm going to map this data. So after filling all the details over here, it says postal code. So I'm going to map the data of the postal code that I've received. This is the postal code. I'm going to map it, okay? After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this Save and Send Test Request button. As I've done that, we have received a response, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open a HubSpot account and I'm going to check whether a new contact has been created in my HubSpot account or not. For that, I'm going to open my HubSpot account, and you can see right away in my HubSpot account, a new contact has been created in the name of Prabhat. Okay, you can see right away abcdeprabhat@gmail.com. With the email right over here, and with the phone number or dummy mobile number, I'm going to open this contact. So this is the contact that has been created in the name of Prabhat. So now to have the details of my contact, all the details, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to click on this actions and click on view all properties. And if I'm going to scroll down, you can see the message, the inquiry is right over here in my HubSpot account. You can see right over here under contact information, we have the details like the city, address, and all the other details. Okay, if I'm going to go back, this means that now IndiaMart is successfully connected to HubSpot, and our workflow has now been successfully created between IndiaMart and HubSpot with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of a B2B company and I collect the data of my leads with the help of IndiaMart. Here my objective is that as soon as a new lead is going to be generated by any of my potential clients using IndiaMart, I want to add that client, that lead as a contact in my HubSpot CRM account. And for that, I've created this amazing automation between IndiaMart and HubSpot CRM with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is how you create this amazing automation. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.